Coming up live on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking with 3 theater companies, and you're going to see scenes from 3 plays that are just about to open in beautiful Sacramento area. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Or that. Yes, a theater called Cal State College Theater Department is putting on Guys and Dolls. And with me in the studio is Ed Brazo, who's the director, and he's also a professor at the college in theater. And Sydney Ray Gonzalez. Yes. Amazing. I love that. I love the sound of it.
Thank you.
You lucked out, kid. My name's bad. It's bad. It doesn't roll off the tongue like that. So you found this audition notice, and it says Guys and Dolls, and you wondered what it was, or you knew what it was?
Oh, I knew. I actually emailed my professor in the summertime saying, okay, what is the show? What's the show? And he told me Guys and Dolls, and I was so happy because as I was telling my professor when I first found out, I've wanted to play Sarah Brown since I was a little girl. My mother raised me on all of the classics, Gene Kelly and Marlon Brando, who's not actually a musical theater actor, but he's a wonderful actor. And I've been seeing Guys and Dolls since I was 6 years old. So this has been like a dream come true for me to finally be able to play a role that Gene Simmons played and make it my own, but still keep her inspiring me through it. And it's been a wonderful process.
Oh, gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
Good to hear. A wonderful process. And actually, that's what it's all about in terms of actors. You know, I mean, you go to a college, you have to learn the process of doing theater because if you get into the professional world, you're doing it over and over and over and over again. Actually, while you're doing it over, you're doing the next one over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just talked to a director now. He's in the middle of producing a show and acting in another show in another town.
Oh, wow.
So it's like driving back and forth. Yeah, it's not an easy life, but you know, it is a life.
It's an exciting life.
It's gratifying if you get to do
Well,
the right
it is,
shows,
yeah,
the right people.
Good. So Ed, you were walking down the street and I thought, gosh, I'd like to do Guys and Dolls.
Well, I've always loved the show, and we weren't able to secure what show we were going to do. We had some rental agreements we were going through with Music International, and I just thought, when I looked around at the student body, I thought, we've got a lot of interesting looking faces and a lot of variety, and so I wanted to do something that everybody would get a good chance to be in. Yeah. And it just popped into my head, and I'd done the show before, and I decided in a week, and we put out the notice, and everybody got all excited, so we got excited.
Yeah, good. Well, you know, it's always a challenge to do the show. There's lots of dancing and lots of singing, and you know, I mean, there are relationships in there, not only between Sarah and Adelaide. They have Adelaide with her lament, and
Sky and Nathan.
Nicely Johnson.
All the gangsters. Yeah.
And all these characters right out of Damon Runyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are stories that he wrote for newspapers. Yeah. Chicago Tribune, I think. And he would write these characters down. These are New York characters actually.
Yes.
You know, and you can actually find these stories about Big Julie in some books that he published. You know, same kind of stories. Yeah. Maybe even some of the lines from the play. Adapted into this musical, which is in the canon of the great American musicals.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's up there with several other top 10s.
So when are you going to do this?
We open a week from tonight. Oh. So we play for 2 weekends, and we close on Sunday, November 20th.
Good.
We do 11 shows.
It's about gambling too.
It is.
Yeah, it's about you know, how many people. You know, back in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, gambling was a big thing in America, but it was against the law in most places. So you have all the police. You know, there's the police who are trying to chase the gamblers, and the gamblers are trying to find a nice, safe place
Yes.
to throw the dice.
For the crap game, yes.
And they find one.
They do. They find a couple.
Yeah. It's just really a terrific show, and I'm pleased that you're doing it. You're carrying on a truly an American tradition. I like it very much.
I hope you can come to see it.
I have to.
Good.
Yes,
You know,
good.
I've done it twice. I directed it once where I didn't think I'd do very well in England, and because I didn't think the actors would pick up the dialect. They get it.
They do.
Yeah.
They get it. Actually, in drama schools in England, there are professors that travel around to each drama school, and they teach 17 dialects.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do 17 dialects to get out of at least the drama school I taught at.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
very versatile actor. That
Yeah,
comes
but
up.
then all of a sudden,
Pretty
because
good.
they were so versatile, they could just pick up the tone of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wonderful. So, okay, did you come to sing us a song from that?
I
Yeah.
am. I'm
Ah,
going to sing
great.
my part of I'll Know. It's actually a duet between Sky and Sarah. She's trying to fight him off, even though she's eventually might end up falling in love with him. But
Okay, good. So that's Guys and Dolls, and it's happening November 9th through the 20th at 8 p.m. At the University Theater in Shasta Hall in beautiful Sacramento State College campus. And there's usually good parking there because it's not during the day. It's at 8 p.m., you know. Good.
Matinees on the Sundays at 2.
Yeah. That's probably when you'll see me there at the matinee, you know. It's all good. And you can get tickets by going to csus.edu/dram. Okay. Well, what's the name of the song?
I'll know.
to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his I'll know when my love comes along. I won't take a chance, for oh, he'll be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. I'll know by his calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. I'll know as I run to his arms that at last I've come home safe and sound. And till then I shall wait, and till then I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
Sydney Ray Gonzalez, thank you so much. That was really kind of wonderful. And so we're going to see you in a couple of weeks at CSUS. And Ed, what are the dates again?
The 9th, a week from today, through Sunday the 20th.
Okay, and the tickets, you can either, you should buy the tickets in advance,
Yes,
right?
we recommend it. There's a lot of students that attend the shows. You can go to the box office at the university, or you can buy them online. So we
Okay.
do 11 shows total.
11 shows total, okay, and it's Guys and Dolls, and it's so sweet when you hear a beautiful voice like that, and you just,
And
yeah,
she sings very well with the male lead. Their voices go very well
they
together.
go to good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm looking forward
thank
to
you very much,
Thank
Ed
you,
Brazo.
my pleasure. My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Okay, and we thank CSUS for being a really tough and strong drama school, providing actors for all of the other theater companies in town after a while, and then they go on and do things in New York or Los Angeles, San Francisco.
They do.
Oh, we got to move along. Thank you so much, very much. We got to take a short pause for the cause, a short break. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you.
All right, we're back. Here we go with a break, and we'll be back right after these important messages. Correct? Yes. Hey, well, we're back, and we're back to talk about a production of something called Middletown by Will Eno. And with me in the studio is Lawnon Smith, who is the producer, director.
Mostly the director, but the producers are at Theater One.
And who are these two swell actors you brought?
This is Gail Tominaga, who is playing Mrs. Swanson, and this is Steve Burry, who is playing John Dodge.
Good. They're Middletown. What's the storyline?
Middletown is a lot like our town for a modern audience. There's a lot. It's a little more cynical. It's more about how we don't communicate rather than that kind of bucolic world that Thornton Wilder created.
Yes, absolutely.
This one is about mischances and people who don't, our ability to talk past each other, how lost some of us seem to be. It's a really brilliant play. I love this play. One of the critics described this play as being written by a word maverick, and I think that's
a word
it's
maverick.
very much,
I love
there's
it.
a lot of poetry
That's
in
a good
the
choice
writing.
of words,
Yeah.
So tell me then, you were walking down the street and someone handed you the play saying, "This is a
No,
really
my
good
friend
play."
Ron Galbraith actually gave me it
Ron
and said,
Galbraith.
"You need to read this," and I did, and I came in and proposed it as part of the Theater One's season.
So Theater One, is this the first play of the season or the last?
Pretty
play?
much, yeah. We kick off in the fall and then we run to the spring. So
Good.
Yeah.
So where is the theater and when do you open?
Theater One operates out of the Unitarian Universalist Society's campus on 2425 Sierra. That's right between Howe and Fulton, just
Yeah.
north of Fair Oaks.
Yeah.
Easy to find, lots of
It
parking,
is. There's
unlike
lots of
downtown
parking.
anymore.
Absolutely, lots of parking.
So, and we're very excited. We open tomorrow.
Oh,
Run through the 19th. 2 shows on the 19th. Had to change an actor, so we lost the art show on the 20th,
Oh.
but we picked up one more. So.
okay, good. So the play has how many actors in it?
It has 15 at
15.
last count. They do everything from change the sets to play multiple characters. So
That's good.
there are 5 core people that remain who they are, and the rest of the cast shows up to be whoever they need to be at
Steve,
any point.
tell me about your character.
My character has lived in the town for a while. He's kind of a handyman, kind of just does like odd jobs. He's kind of a loner. You can't really kind of figure him out. I mean, he's got like what he thinks is a good sense of humor, but he's just kind of like a little off kilter. He's funnier to himself than he probably is to other people. He's
We all.
and I find him to be sweet and endearing, of course, since I'm playing him. But he's and I think he is. He's got kind of a little bit of a dark side that kind of it comes out little by little that there's something dark about him. But he tries to keep it light.
That's good. What about you, Gail?
I play Mrs. Swanson, and she is actually new to Middletown. She just moved there, and so she's kind of lonely because her husband, he has taken a new job where he travels a lot, so she never really sees him, and she's trying to kind of, in a way, find her identity there, make friends, figure things out for herself, find a life.
Yeah, find a life. Yeah, that's an
Within
amazing
this
thing.
community that's already got everybody placed where they are, and so.
Good. And so we are going to see a scene from you, by you two, okay? Would that be a good thing?
Sure.
Good. What is the
Great.
scene?
The scene is actually takes place after he's finished doing some plumbing for Mrs. Swanson. It's kind of they've met before a couple of times, but this is the first time they've been alone at all, and it's pretty much the second half of the scene, and it's their attempt to connect, and they slightly fail, but it's
Okay, so the play opens tomorrow night.
play opens tomorrow night. We run four nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matinee
Oh, yeah.
for 3 weeks, but except for the final Sunday. No final Sunday.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask you to get up from your places and while we say, okay, folks, it's Middletown, and it's the Unitarian Universalist Society of Sacramento is where this is, and it's called Theater One is the company. It's at 2425 Sierra Boulevard in beautiful Sacramento. And I think all I have to do is Google theater1.org. That's pretty much, and that's, you can get tickets through that website.
And we have a large space we work in,
So it does.
Just years of stuff. Sort of a metaphor for, yeah, no, just years of stuff. Gunk. Whoa, whoa, I stood up too quick. All my life, I don't think I've ever stood up at the right speed. All life long, John Dodge, in the wrong. All life long, wow, that's hard to say.
No, it isn't.
All life long. You're right. It isn't. Well, I think I'd better sit down for a few seconds. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Okay. Wow. Oh, I did it again.
You okay?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just a dizzy person. I mean, they say some people have trouble with the Earth's, with the rotation.
Yeah. Maybe that's, yeah.
John.
Again, she says in her nice voice, John.
Well, what am I supposed to say? Are you all right? We haven't known each other long, but do I seem different?
How?
I don't know, somehow inside?
Yeah, I don't know, kind of. Yeah, you do.
Good.
Change.
I know.
You smiled when you said good. That says a lot about you. You look really well. I bet you'll be a radiant mother. You know, I don't have anything, Mary. I mean, I'm sorry, big change of topic, but I don't. I mean, look at me. I have a bunch of hobbies that I quit and some overdue books that I never read. I don't have anything.
Yes, you do. Oh, come on. Yes, you do.
Mary, I don't.
Maybe you're just not looking hard enough.
Mon gouvernement firm.
What?
Just joking. You know, from before, you know, when I was under the sink and,
Oh.
and you couldn't hear me.
Right. Goodbye. Go your for thunder.
You know, I never thought of it that way. Mary, I'm looking as hard as I can.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you. And the thunderous applause. And there will be thunderous applause when you get into the theater. Thank you, too. Thank you. And thank you, Lonan, for coming to talk to me and bringing your cast here.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Ray.
It's all good to have you here, and good that you are producing Sacramento's theater.
I'm having a good time.
Good, me too.
Thank you.
So that's about all the time we have, and we have a seat. And we'll be taking a short break, and we thank you so much for coming, and thank you for performing. Okay, break a leg. We're going to take a short pause for the cause right now, and we'll be back after this with yet another theater company performing in Sacramento.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Well, we're back with LiveWire, and there's still more theater to go. This amazing theater company, you've been on here recently, EMH Productions, and you really gotta keep your theater hand in all the time, right?
I do, yes. The last show I did was These Lonesome Roads, which was a world premiere, but we've moved on to something much more well-known with Atom Udofia. She's been co-producing with me for Doubt. So.
A team, okay.
Atom.
Atom.
That's right.
Okay. But it sounds more real. And I grew up in the 60s in Berkeley, so. Any rate, so you decided to work together to put on this play. Well, what excited you about it?
Well, for me, it starts with the writing. It's a fantastic play. The writing it's a gripping storyline, and has this really nice mixture of being part parable, part mystery in terms of its storyline. But I think what resonated with me most, I feel like it's really timely because of the fact that we and probably Anthony will speak a little bit more about what the play is about, but it does resonate on this level of doubt being a kind of a collective state of uncertainty that we're all sharing right now, what with things that are happening with police, things that are happening with the politics, things that are happening in the spiritual realm where there's a lot of questioning going on. So I know that's, for me, what really resonated, not just about this particular storyline, but in a broader sense, the things that we're not sure about. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to be in a state of doubt and to be questioning, because it can lead to some really robust conversations.
Anthony, what led you to this play?
First off, I was asked to do it. I mean, that's the first thing. I read the play a while back. Never seen the film. I just purposefully just didn't see the film. But I mean, what to me is interesting is, you know, piggybacking on what Atom was saying, it's like it's taking the sense of like not just the politics, but the religion and the idea of like what we're dealing with in our current election, and the way and the secrets that come out about people that we don't have any real proof on. We just have theory. It's all theory. It's like the Illuminati. It's like, is this thing exist, or is this real, or is it not? You know, but we never really get the questions answered.
Right.
And to me, that is it's the ambiguity of it that I think is interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we are seeking not ambiguity in our lives
Right.
in America, and you know, so you want people who are going to give us the answers, right?
Well, it makes you
That
wonder:
would be
is there
nice.
really a such thing as answers? You know, is it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
a true answer?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
One of the things that playwright says that I really like, John Patrick Shanley, is we've got to learn to live with a full measure of uncertainty. So yes, we all have this quest where we want to know, we want the answers, but it's never going to happen. I mean, in life, there's very little that we can be certain of, so we have to learn to press forward anyway. So.
Elise Hodge, I see you're in a costume, so you're going to do
I
a
am.
scene for me. Tell me,
I am.
just before you go, what scene is?
This is about halfway through. Well, I don't even know if that far in, but I am playing Sister Aloysius Bouvier, who has decided that she would like to have a conversation with the parish priest, Father Flynn, and she's going about it in a very indirect manner, and then kind of finally comes out and says what's really on her mind. So, and she has enlisted her protege, Sister James, to be her confederate in kind of trying to corner Father Flynn with what's going on. So.
Okay, so we're going to put up a little screen
Okay.
piece there. and then you can go and take your place on stage.
Go ahead and get the place.
Okay, hurry. Doubt, and it plays from November 3rd to the 19th at 8 p.m. at the William J. Geary Theater in beautiful Midtown Sacramento, where all the best theaters are. Yeah, no self patting in the back there. But so here we go. This is from
I think a message of the Second Ecumenical Council said the church needs to take on a more familiar face, reflect the local community. We should sing songs from the radio now and then, take the kids out for ice cream.
Ice cream?
Maybe take the boys on a camping trip. We should be friendlier. The children and their parents should see us as members of their family rather than emissaries from Rome. I think the Christmas pageant should be charming, like a community theater doing a show.
But we're not members of their family. We're different.
Why? Because of our vows?
Precisely.
I don't think we're so different.
And they think we're different. The working class people of this parish trust us to be different.
I think we're getting a little off the subject.
Yes, of course. Back to it. The Christmas pageant. We must be careful how we use Donald Mueller in the pageant.
Oh, easy there, sister. What about Donald Mueller?
We must be careful in the pageant that we neither hide Donald Mueller nor put him forward.
Because of the color of his skin.
That's right.
Why?
Come, Father, you're being disingenuous.
I think he should be treated like any of the other boys.
You yourself singled him out for special attention. You had a private meeting with him in the rectory a week ago?
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Donald Mueller?
The boy acted strangely when he returned to class.
He did.
When he came back from the rectory. A little odd, yes.
Can you tell us why?
How did he act strangely?
I don't know how to explain it. He laid his head on the desk and...
You mean you had some impression?
Yes.
And he'd just come from the rectory, so...